All right, guys, these are the 25 books that I want to read in 2025. We are starting off strong by finishing up the Empyrean series. I already read Fourth Wing this month, so now I need to read Iron Flame and Onyx Storm. Onyx Storm just came out, and look at these edges. So cute. I absolutely loved Fourth Wing, so of course I need to finish these two books. I have no idea what this series is called, but the first book is Say You Swear, and then the other one is Promise Me Not. They are both by Megan Brandy. I don't know if there's any more or if this is just like a duology, but I do want to read these books sometime during this year. Then I have to follow up after Belladonna. So this is Foxglove. This is the second book you're supposed to read after it. And then we have Wisteria. I absolutely love Belladonna. And I need to know what happens because she meets both fate and death at the very end. So I need to know what's going on with them. Next up is the Rebel Blue Ranch series. We have Done and Dusted, Swift and Saddled, and then we have Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. I've heard great things about these books, so I'm really interested. The artwork is very comical, like very, y'all know what I mean, right? This is actually pretty heavy. But next up we have the Boys of Toman series. Is it Toman or is it Tommen? Anyways, we have Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and lastly Taming 7. Of course, we cannot forget the entire Legacy of God series. I am missing 2 other books. I still need to buy those. But we have God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath, and God of Ruin. Again, I still need to get the other 2 books because I believe the other 2 is God of War and God of Fury, and I've heard great things about those books. Then, of course, I have to read Haunting Adeline 8. But first, I do need to read Satan's Affair as well, but this is one series. I have been putting the series off for so long, but it's time that I officially start reading them. Of course, I do want to start reading the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. I only have Flawless and Heartless. I do need to get the other ones. I think, how many are in this series? Is it like 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 listed on the books, but I believe there's actually more than 4 books. But I definitely do want to start reading this series. And I cannot forget about the Windy City series. I've also heard great things about this book. I only have this book because my Barnes & Noble only had this book. So I do need to get, I believe there's 2. No, there's 3. I believe the author, no, there's 4. I believe the author just came out or just revealed the cover of the 4th book, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, after Anna Huang has officially announced that this is becoming a TV adaptation, I need to finish the Twisted series book. That being said, this is the last one, and this is Twisted Lies. I read Twisted Hate, and you know, the other books following before it, but I honestly did not like Twisted Hate. I don't know. The second one. Oh my gosh, yes. But anyways, I need to finish it. So this is the last book of the series. And then I also would like to read Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. There is another book in this series, and I believe she's coming out with another one. I'm not certain on that, but I have heard that I heard that Leather and Lark wasn't that good. So this may just be a 1 book deal if we're gonna see, but definitely on the list to read for this year. Beautiful Villain by Rebecca Kinney. Here's why I want to read this. This is based on The Great Gatsby. I absolutely love The Great Gatsby, so whenever I saw it, I was like, oh, without a doubt, I'm buying this book. But this is more so of like Daisy's point of view. Okay, how do I put this? It's like a Great Gatsby retelling from Daisy's point of view, but with a twist to it. I mean, it's not by Fitzgerald, okay, as you can tell, right? But let me read the little spiel that's on here. It says, 7 years ago, I lost him for good. Now he's back, but is he still the Jay Gatsby I used to know? Or is he something more, something darker? What? Yes, yes. I need to finish the Throne of Glass series. I read Assassin's Blade the beginning of last year, I believe. I absolutely loved Assassin's Blade. It had me crying, but I completely forgot about the series because I started reading other things. So I need to finish this series. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's still 7 books I need to read in the series. Now, I did read the ACOTAR series, absolutely loved it. So once I read Throne of Glass, y'all know I have to follow it up with Crescent City. So I do want to read these 3 books as well. Because if y'all have not read ACOTAR, if y'all don't know anything about the Sarah Maas universe, her books coincide with each other. They all take place within like the same world, but they're completely different series. So it's like a multiverse, okay? ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, Crescent City, they all somehow tie in with each other. It's confusing, I know, but y'all, moving books around is like a whole workout. I have to keep putting these books back on my shelf, otherwise it will just stack up in front of me. I don't want to do that. But anyways, next up we have A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. This cover is just absolutely spectacular, and then look at the edges. The other book is coming out later this year, and the sprayed edges, or it's not sprayed, it's more like a digital edge, is also spectacular. But without the dust jacket, it's just as gorgeous. Like, look at that. I love whenever they do hardcovers like that, because I hate when it's just completely blank and you don't see anything. It's just like blue, nothing going on. I love when they actually add details to the actual hardcover itself, kind of like the old days. Next up, we have the Good Girl Complex series. I don't actually know what the series is called, but we have the Good Girl Complex, Bad Girl Reputation, and The Summer Girl by Elle Kennedy. I have yet to read any Elle Kennedy books, but I do have her books. This is what happens when you have a huge physical TBR list and not enough time. It only makes matters worse whenever I'm buying more books too, but that's a whole different thing. And then of course, next up we have, what is this series called? Off-campus series. There you go. So I have The Deal, The Mistake, and The Score. I do need to get the other 2 books. I'm missing The Goal and The Legacy, so I definitely need to get those 2 books as well. And then there's like more, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many books that she has but are within a series. It's like 4 or 5 different, yeah, it's crazy. I cannot forget about the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. I absolutely ate up the Dreamland Billionaires series, and now I'm still reading the Lakefront Billionaires. I haven't read the second one though, but I love them so much I had to read it. And then the Christmas one, the Christmas books that she came out with, the My December Darling. Oh my gosh, yes. But anyways, we have Throttled, Collided, Wrecked, and Redeemed. Keep in mind though that you cannot get this print anymore because it was picked up by a publisher. So now it's going to look a little different than the ones that I have. I do need to finish up Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. The last ones I have to read are Bloody Heart, Broken Vow, and Heavy Crown. Now, she does have another series after this. This is like the next generation. So, Kingmakers is the next series following Brutal Birthright series. And this is about the generation after those that were like in Brutal Prince, all that. This is like their kids, okay? Now, keep in mind, the title is the same, Kingmakers. What you have to look at is the very top right here. This is year 1 and this is year 2. And I need to pick up year 3 and 4 because they are currently released. And then after that, it's graduation. So I definitely need to pick those up because since they are about their kids, yes, please. I'm disappointed to say that I have not read these. I have read other Megan Quinn books, but I have not read this series specifically. This is a not so meet cute, so not meant to be, and a long time coming. These covers are super cute though. Next up, we have Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Coles. Cowles? Don't know how to say the last name. There are more books in this series though. I believe the second book just came out, and I believe the third book is going to be released pretty soon. I have not read it, so this is just going to be counted as one book. Oh, it's called the Sparrow Falls series. Anyways, I'm super excited to read this one as well because I have heard great things about it. And then I've been hearing a lot of things about this book too, but with like an older cover. It's Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonin Young. And then she does have more books as well. So if I like this book, I may just pick up more of her books. Next up, we have The Lost Bookshop. This is by Evie Woods. I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to be honest, no idea. But it's so stinking cute that I grabbed it. And they actually came out with like a special edition of it that has like a digital edging of a bookshelf. And I need to get it. Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss. I've also heard great things about this, and it does have character art. Yo, that's already 25 books. If you don't count the series as one book, then this is way more than 25 books. But that is a wrap up of the 25 books I want to read in 2025. But there are more I want to read as well, so I might as well just say them. I do really want to read all of the Abby Jimenez books. This is just for the summer. I do have 3 other books of hers as well. So these are definitely included for books that I want to read this year. Yeah, that's the wrap up. This is my first YouTube video. This is a little weird, definitely filming on my phone because I don't have a camera. So I can't really see what's going on because I'm using the back camera. But anyways, let me know what books you're planning on reading this year. If y'all have read any of the books that I listed here, let me know how you like them. Yeah, this year of reading has been pretty good. Definitely after I read Fourth Ring. Oh my gosh, it's just a great year for books, I feel like. Goodbye, guys.